taste. Gonna make the best pickled onion. If you get them that I come to avoid. This is see me pickle.
Welcome back to another vlog. I am in the kitchen because I'm going to make avocado toast. I happen to have all my favorite ingredients here. Especially I have avocados. These are the tiny ones I got from Trader Joe's last week. I have a few pieces of toast. These are the sourdough loaf that I picked up from my local bakery. These have been sitting in the freezer for a couple weeks now, and I had a few pieces of toast yesterday, and today I am feeling it again, so I'm gonna get a piece out. I love using my old Glad little frying pan, but it is a little bit too small, so I'm gonna use my cast iron. I'm gonna fry an egg as well as some of these heirloom cherry tomatoes. In case you don't know, eggs in the US are in a shortage and people are panic buying. I feel bad for people who own bakeries and who have to rely on a lot of eggs to run their businesses. I'm gonna just use one, then open up an avocado, and I'm gonna go ahead and slice some of these cherry tomatoes, and I'm gonna add a generous amount of olive oil on top and bottom of the toast as well as on the pan. Lemon, just because I have one laying around. I also have some homemade pickled red onion that I made. Avocado, not bad. I'm gonna add in these cherry tomatoes skinned down. I have my toast tongue. I'm gonna flip, check. Let's assemble our avocado toast. This is literally my favorite way to toast my sourdough. It's literally just on a pan with a lot of olive oil. My avocado is pretty small, so I'm just gonna do one whole avocado. I'm gonna use a fork to smash it up and spread the avocado more evenly. This piece of toast could fit up to 2 fried eggs. Tiny bit of lemon juice on top of the avocado, some bagel seasoning, blistered cherry tomatoes, do all of it, and then this piece of egg on top. I'm in the living room, brought my lunch here just because there's natural lighting. A piece of toast like this in New York at any brunch restaurant is like 20 bucks. I love going out for brunch, but now I am more like a diner kind of girl, like going to an old school New York institution, no fuss. Because I've tried a handful of these cutesy brunch places, Soho, West Village. Every time it's just always a letdown for some reason, because either the food is so mid or it's just not my vibe anymore. Cheers. It's so good. I love blistered tomatoes on my avocado toast. Hey guys, it is currently 12 p.m. Tuesday 28th. It is technically the eve of Chinese New Year. In Vietnam we call it Tết. I just got off the phone call with my brother and my goddaughter. That was a quick call just right before the New Year starts, and it officially now is New Year. I'm gonna call my family, my parents, my siblings, and say hi to everyone. at around noon lunchtime, because on the 1st, everyone from my dad's side would gather to my family, my parents' house, because my dad is the oldest son in the family and my grandparents passed away. So they would just, all the siblings, grandkids and cousins would just gather and have a meals together. I was so lucky that I was able to attend or be with everyone for Lunar New Year last year. But I hope that in the future we'll have some sort of family reunion and I won't be spending these kind of holidays, festivities alone anymore, but we'll see. It's in the near future, I'm hoping. I'm going to stop by Chinatown, stop by a few grocery stores and maybe pick up some traditional Vietnamese food, some snacks to eat because it's New Year. The Vietnamese community in New York is very tiny, so we don't really have a community here. I'm Vietnamese Catholic, so usually we would just go to church. We would dress up in our áo dài and it's like the Vietnamese traditional clothing, but that's like about it for, you know, the celebration in the US. But in Vietnam, people would spend a whole week. Everyone gets a week off from work and the first 3 days are so fun and festive, and we would just gather, eat a lot of good food, and still do little things here and there to make my home feel festive. And I want to buy something to put in that corner here and then like a big vase, but I haven't had any luck searching on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm also in the market for a new clothing rack and I've messaged so many people. I didn't get any luck at all this time recently because all of my winter jackets and coats are piling up on the corner and then I just run out of space and it's just been frustrating. But this week, that's the status of it. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a jewelry haul. It is just because I have recently gotten a few new earrings. I told you I have been wearing my Jcrew. These are the orb sculptural earrings that I have been wearing non-stop for months. There's the Jcrew logo in the back. I've seen these gone on sale a couple times, but they are still available on the website. So the Jcrew package that just came does that. So these are new. These have the X style stud. And then these are the second pair that I got. Also came in a little dust bag. These were on sale for like $15. So here are the Jcrew pair. These are hollow in the back. Oh, I love these. Definitely a little bit heavy. They're cute. I'm gonna show you the other earrings that I got. It's from the brand Caitlyn Minimalist. Okay, so they sent over a really nice box. So here's the brand. I actually bought something from this brand a couple years ago from Etsy, and I'm so glad that they are expanding and they are having their own website and really nice packaging. I think it would make a really nice gift for your special someone for the holidays. Valentine's coming up. Comes with this care card pouch with the logo, and they sent over the earrings that I'm wearing now. These are the ball earrings. The finish of these is a little bit different than these. I hope you could see. So this is the Jcrew pair and this is the Caitlyn Minimalist. So this one, it's like a ball all around and then you have to open up the backing. Really wide. I've been wearing them without even taking them off. These are the double hoop sterling silver. And then they also sent an A initial minimal necklace. I believe the length is 15 centimeters. But yeah, how cute is that? And then they also included this cute little hard velvet case. Initially, when I opened the package, I thought that they included this special extra something because of Valentine's. But when I opened it, there's nothing in it. And then I got confused, but turned out it's just like a little something that they sent over. I'm gonna keep this. Maybe I'll buy some jewelry, probably for my sister or something, and then I'll put it in this. I got a package from Jones Road. This was a surprise. I totally forgot. Introducing Rich Eye Cream. Oh, this is so exciting. And then they also sent over, this one is the Miracle Cream. Enriched with niacinamide and ceramides for skin brightening and rich moisture. Rich Eye Cream melts into the skin and start your day off with bright eyes. I love skincare, and I have an eye cream backup now because I was so afraid of my Shiseido eye cream. I have to use it very sparingly, but now I have this eye cream backup. This is so exciting. The Miracle Cream, same packaging. It's a balm Thank you so much to Jones Road if you're watching. I thought I would just mention I also am hitting pan. I got sent this one a while ago and I use it in the morning before I apply my makeup. But this one is the Light Moisture Cream. Also, same packaging. Actually, I literally am finished. One of my favorite morning cream that I use before makeup. Thank you so much. I will link these products in the description if you are interested in checking them out. Look at these cherry blossom.
大豆5块。
Right here. What? 85 finally opened in New York, so that's why we're here. South candy. Is it coconut? Oh my gosh. They have these too. Try plums. These are the kumquat candy. These ones. I would just add Mott and Hester Street. There were a bunch of these street vendors that were selling flowers, and the main customers are the moms and the aunts and the grandmas. And I was so close to buy something, but I'm gonna have to be in the city for a while, and I don't want to carry a big branch of flowers. But the cherry blossom branches here, they are selling for $45. Like those humongous one, I told you that I wanted to pick up like a floral vase. I think I'm just gonna skip out this year, but I've been wanting to do that. Have a big floral vase and then stick those big cherry blossom stems. I know Midtown Flower District has a bunch of those as well, but here is like the cheapest that I've seen so far. I was in Flushing last weekend and they were selling them for $60 for a bunch, like a bundle. I have a smaller vase. I wanted to cut them up, but that's like, what's the point? So they have to be like really tall, sculptural. I've made my mind. I'm just gonna skip out on that this year. Hopefully next year. I'm trying to go to this new store. It's called Bury Your Dead Downwind. Rick Owens here. Jean Michelet's right here. I don't know where it is, but I saw it on TikTok and got me curious, so I just want to pop in and check it out. Found it. It's here. It's humongous. I'm gonna give you a quick haul. So I take chips, pack of palm sugar, JERZEES seasoning mix, and then I saw this. It's the almond flavor pudding to make some sort of dessert. And I got this banh chung, and this is banh.
But they said I could start advanced agriculture a year early. So, alright, I gotta go, Dad.
Let's make my favorite soups. Remember this huge container of pickled mustard greens that I did last week? The brine recipe is the same as the brine recipe that I shared in last week's video. So again, a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 liter of water, and then half a cup of vinegar. And then you just add all of the ingredients in here. So this is a pickled mustard green, so buy the mustard leaves. I get them from my local Chinese grocery stores, the one that come with really big stems. So what I like to do is open up all of the leaves, don't wash it, and leave them on the counter. If you have a heater, leave them probably like somewhere next to it, but not directly on the radiator heat. I just leave them on the windowsill, and then it will just get the heat from the radiator. But I don't recommend to put it directly on it because it will burn the leaves, but leave it overnight at least. So then all of the leaves dry out, and then the next day check the leaves to make sure there are no bugs inside, there are no dirt. Rinse it under cold water, making sure everything is washed. And then you would cut it up into chunks. And then I like to add shallot, ginger slices, red Thai chili pepper. It took about 5 days at least to get sour and ready to eat. We oftentimes eat this pickled mustard green dish with braised pork belly, any braised meat dish. And then we'll let it go for a little longer. Either use the leaves to stir fry it with squid and tomato and some celery. In the wintertime, I would prefer to make soup any days of the week. I can eat soup every single day of my life. But there's this thing about Vietnamese cuisine that a lot of people don't know, that we, besides making noodle soup, do make a lot of soups that we eat as the side dish or as one of the main dishes. So traditional Vietnamese meals would also always include rice, and then a protein dish. It's either stir fry, fried, braised dish. Could be either tofu, pork, beef, chicken, any seafoods, and then there's a soup next to it, or a stir-fry veggie dish or something next to it. And then some sort of pickle. It's a really balanced, healthy meal, and a lot of the time these dishes are really easy to put together. I want to show you how I make this soup, but again, you can also buy these pickled mustard greens from grocery stores. They sell them pre-pickled, but I don't like the flavor of those, so I prefer to do it myself. Yeah, I can't tell you how sour and how salty and sweet this brine is, but I like to keep all of the liquid. I also have another container in the fridge. If this is not as sour, I'm gonna just take advantage of the liquid in there and then add more in it. You can also do tamarind, like the tamarind paste or the tamarind fruit, and then add some hot water. It will also give a really nice sour taste to your soup. But in this dish, you don't need anything else but this brine to give it that sour taste. Otherwise, you can also cheat by adding some lime juice in it as well. I got some short ribs from the grocery store last weekend. I'm going to parboil them. If you watch all my noodle soup videos that I shared in the past, I talk about parboiling pork and any bone for these kind of soups a lot of the time. So these come along. They are slightly frozen, so I'm gonna just boil them, parboil them, and then I'll chop them into small pieces. And then we'll slowly cook this in water. I'm gonna add 1 whole onion in here and slowly cook it for at least half an hour. I have gone ahead and separated the brine out. I'm gonna stir fry the pickled mustard greens with everything in here. In here I have garlic, a small onion that I slice it into pieces like this, and then some ginger pieces. Go ahead and add in my pickled mustard leaf and saute it. Boiling for about half an hour. And because the short ribs that we are using are pretty small, okay, I'm gonna transfer the sauteed pickled mustard greens over. The broth is now slightly brown, like a light brown color. At this stage, I am going to add half of this amount of this pickling liquid or the brine. I am going to do a tablespoon of this Knorr chicken powder seasoning. And then about a tablespoon of fish sauce. Pepper. Just realized that I forgot to add tofu. I have 2 types of tofu in here. Either go for the firm tofu or the soft tofu. I think with this dish, traditionally Vietnamese people would prefer to use firm tofu. So tofu is a really good source of protein, and we also use pork ribs in it. So that's basically this dish. You can skip out making any other protein dish that go with it, because I've told you traditional Vietnamese meals would also include a protein dish, a soup, and a rice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my rice, and I cannot explain how this soup tastes like until you try it. It has a really good balance of saltiness, sourness, tanginess, savory, umami that comes from all of the pickling liquids. And when you are doing the stir frying, some of the sugar that I use in the pickling liquid get caramelized at the bottom, and that helps adding a lot of flavor to the dish, and as well as the sweetness that comes from the pork ribs that we boil. morning. I thought I would just sit here and share with you some products that I've been reaching for lately in the winter for the morning. For days like this when I am not doing anything crazy, I would reach for a very light foundation layer, and what I've been reaching for is the Jcrew Water Foundation. It is a tinted moisturizer foundation. It gives me everything that I want for morning, very natural and light makeup, and it leaves my skin feeling so moisturized. And I pick out this color called beige. I have light to medium skin tone with an olive undertone, and beige matches my skin perfectly, and this is what I have been reaching for in the morning. Jcrew sent over their new eye cream. This is the rich eye cream, so I want to try this. Usually in the morning I don't use any skincare products. I would use eye cream every single night, but not in the morning. But today I want to give this a try. Eye cream is one of those products that I have consistently used ever since I dabble into skincare. You can see it's very thick. It doesn't really have any particular scent. They also sent over the Miracle Cream. It looks like it's a very thick cream. You can see it has this balmy texture. Okay, I use my finger to dig through the product. Somehow I pick up like a buttery, milky scent in this. Interesting. I would say it's not like instantly hydrating, but it leaves this kind of balmy texture that very much reminds me of the Jcrew Miracle Balm. Like, oh, so they are both called Miracle Balm. So this is the Jcrew Miracle Balm, like the tinted one. I have the shade Tawny, but this is the Miracle Balm with no colors in it. That is why it has that texture. So okay, again, this is not like your typical moisturizer. It is a balmy kind of product, and if you've ever used a Miracle Balm, you know. So what you're supposed to do is you use your finger to kind of glide through the surface of the product, and you can see adds like a very subtle berry tint to my skin. And what I like to do is just apply sometimes underneath my foundation or sometimes on top of it. I'm gonna do my brows real quick. The Dip Brow Pomade in shade Ebony, and then the Anastasia Brow Brush. This is pretty much my go-to for so many years. I love the pencils as well, but I find that I go through the pencils so quickly. For the foundation, I am going to use the spatula that they sent. This kind of whipped texture. As you can see, it matches my skin perfectly. And then they also sent one of my favorite brushes now, Skin Brush. It's this kind of flat, slightly dense brush. Currently has product, so that's why it's kind of stiff right now. But it helps even out my skin tone, leaving my skin this satiny finish that I really love, especially for the winter time. But for the summertime, I'm pretty sure I 100% have to powder my face, because even though I have dry skin, at the end of the day, it would just get very oily. For concealer, it's my favorite concealer. It's the NARS shade Creme Brulee Light 2.5. And then a little bit here, and then I would track some of the concealer, help lift up my eyes. And then I would wait for it to sort of set a little bit. I'm gonna go in with my favorite eye primer, also from NARS. Like, it actually helps prevent my eyelids from getting oily, especially in the day. Jcrew Brow Gel. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. And I link all of these products under the beauty section on my Shop My account. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to let me know. But you can always find all of the products that I use on the daily, products that I love, and I am pretty good at updating them on my Shop My account. The brush makes it so easy. I think I want to powder my face a little bit. I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder with this triangle sponge. I'm gonna use my favorite eyeshadow by Mario Mattes. This is a Jcrew eye fluffy brush to pick up something a little darker, so the shade next to it. This one here. Jcrew lip pencil. I have this Ilia mascara that I've had for a while, and I just want to use it up. Limitless lash mascara. English Rose. from Jcrew. This is Sienna Perfecting Complexion Stick from Merit Beauty. This product I got in PR for probably like 2 years ago. I have 3 of these, lighter than I use sometimes for my concealer, but I also have a dark shade. Use it as a contour stick. I also have the lip and cheek sticks from Jcrew, and I have these from Merit Beauty, and I reach for them all the time. I have this everything brush from Jcrew, really great to blend out creamy products. I'm gonna go in with Beverly Hills, another Merit product, very similar to Jcrew lip and cheek stick. So yeah, for at home, I usually just stick with something very light and balmy like this. And lastly, this is Merit Kava highlighting stick, just like to the high point of my face. Pretty much what I've been using and doing to my face. Happy Lunar New Year, happy Chinese New Year, happy Tết if you celebrate. I picked up these glutinous rice cake with mung bean and pork belly filled from Tân Tiến Hưng. It's the only dedicated Vietnamese grocery store that I know of in the entire tri-state area in New York. We call this one bánh chung, and this is called bánh tét. They basically have the same ingredients, different shape. I'm not really sure who made this. I wish there's a sticker with the ingredients and origin of this. I do not know, but usually when I used to live in Minnesota, we usually buy these from church. I'm Vietnamese Catholic, so in Minnesota we have the church that the community would just gather, and older people know how to wrap these, and they take charge of making these and sell it at church to also help fundraise and make profit for the church. My friend in Minnesota told me that they got these bánh chung last year for $35 or something crazy, but at Tân Tiến Hưng they have vegetarian version with a small size like this. This is a small bánh chung. Got this one for $16. There's a big version that is a little bit bigger for $27. We only have 2 people and I don't want to eat too much of this because it's glutinous rice, so very filling. I don't really mind it if it's not hot, but if you happen to come across a warm one, freshly made one, I would recommend eating it as is, or you can eat it cold like this as well. But what I like to do is open these up and cut these and fry them on a pan with a little bit of oil, and then what I like to do is I use a spatula to kind of press it down so that it gives you this really crispy skin, and I love crispy stuff. But anyways, I thought I would just film and talk to you through some of these food items that are oftentimes made and eaten around Lunar New Year. We don't do this year round because it's a lot of work and it's kind of like a tradition. It's been cooked or boil in a big pot for, I think, for like a whole day. People usually stay up all night to watch and make sure these are all cooked. But I will just open these up and show you how we eat it. It's really nicely packaged. This one, the sticker says vạn sự như ý, and there's a Chinese word on it. I don't know what this means, but vạn sự như ý means 1,000 wishes come true. This one says phúc, just mean like being blessed. There are Chinese words that I don't know what it means. It's like a tradition now that people would include these Chinese words onto these stickers. It's wrapped with these nylon thread. I have to cut it up. You would need a mold to form these into the square shape and a very steady, experienced hand. If you don't pack this tightly, it's not gonna turn out as great. Bread knife comes in handy with this cylindrical shape. Instead, I would just cut through. It's very sticky, and you need some sort of threads or string to help cut up the bánh chung. Like this, if you stick a knife into it, it won't cut nicely. This looks like it's wrapped by a very skilled person. Okay. So we're gonna use this to cut the bánh chung or cut the cake. Make this a little thinner. Right in the middle, another one, 90 degrees from it, right in the middle. And then I'm gonna get 2 more. Just like this. And then you flip the plate over, so then the bánh chung lays right in the middle, and then you can just peel away the leaves. I'm gonna hold the 2 ends of the string, of the same string, and basically pull up, and it will cut the bánh chung in half. Not perfectly, but it's really okay. Just pull up and it will cut. Same thing with the corner pieces. Or you can do it all together and it'll probably yield much more even pieces. But that's it. I'm gonna do a quick taste test of these. I think it has a pretty good ratio of everything. Really good smell as well. With these fresh banh chung, I usually eat it just like this. But again, I told you that I prefer to fry mine as well to see the flavor and everything. It doesn't have too much mung bean, which I prefer. The pork belly that they use has a lot more lean part to it. I like it when my banh chung has some of the fat pieces in it. Everything is cooked through. Cover this up, saran wrap everything, and I'm going to eat, kind of snack throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, I think for dinner, I'm gonna fry some of these banh chung. Again, I don't have the củ kiêu or the pickled white onions dish to go with it. I don't know why I forgot, but it's literally my favorite thing to eat with this banh chung. If you buy Vietnamese ham, it also oftentimes comes with this kind of like cylindrical shape as well. Don't worry about having to peel everything up. Oh wow. And then you can basically peel everything away and then just wrap this end up with a saran wrap and store it in the fridge. You just peel off the banana leaf layers. I'm really happy with these. I'm so glad that I decided to go to Chinatown and didn't expect to find banh chung and bánh tét at all. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna use a bread knife. Oh, it's just because it got stuck in between the meat. It's so lean. Again, I really wish there's more meat, like fat to it. It looks like they just stick a piece of fat in here, but it doesn't belong to this piece of meat. Ideally, it would be a big piece of pork belly with the lean and the fat part that are attached to it. It has the same flavor, but for some reason there's no black pepper in here. Yeah, there's black pepper in here. This one is slightly more saltier. But if you ask me, I would prefer banh chung a lot more. For some reason, the shape helps retain the flavor. I like the ratio of this a lot more. The fat part, when you hit it, it's really, really good. Wow, miss home so much. I'm just in here enjoying my lunch, more like a snack. Went ahead and fried these bánh tét pieces, and frying definitely changed the flavor. It's so crispy. Just love sticky rice when it's fried. It's so crunchy and the flavor is just like unmatched. It's just drinking my orange juice, and then I have a cup of coffee next to me too.